So, it's Saturday morning. Today we've got qualifying at 2 races. Will is just about to go out for qualifying, and the weather's looking pretty nice. It's dry, it's not too cold, and the track's dry. So let's hope he does well and qualifies in a good position. So Will qualified doing a 1:23 dead. We think he's in 10th. He came back in saying there was a problem with the bike, and it wasn't running or revving properly. At his practice start, it actually sort of broke down, but he managed to limp it back. So we're now busy looking at the bike. We think we're just investigating what the error is, the issue at the moment. It's not revving, it's sucking up for sort of 4,000 revs. So I'll let you know later. Throttle bodies, so we've stripped the bike down, we've replaced the throttle bodies altogether, and we're just refueling it now, testing it before we put all the fairings and everything else back on the bike. So it's still looking a little bit naked, and we're going to see in a second on whether it fires up and how it runs. The idle's slower than ours, we need to turn the idle up. So we've had a bit of fun with the bike. After qualifying, Will came in and complaining that the bike wasn't running right, and it really wasn't. And it was sort of stuck at 4,500 revs. So we managed to acquire some throttle bodies from another rider who didn't need them. So we fitted those, and it seems to be running okay. Now we also noticed quite a big oil leak coming out the bottom of the bike as well. So it turns out that we'd lost a bolt on the starter motor, and the second bolt holding it on was quite loose. So there's oil pouring out the bottom. So that may have been a contributory factor, but at least we've sorted that one out as well. So the bike's all getting put back together again now, and hopefully it'll be fine for the first race. So it was just a mad couple of hours sorting it out. So quick note, this is a throttle body, this is the one we took off, and we think the problem was with this bit here, which is a stepper motor, and the stepper motor opens and closes the butterflies, which obviously lets the air and the fuel flow through, and the bike go faster and slower. So the fact the stepper motor locked out with the sort of slightly open was what's made the bike run at 4,500 revs. That's briefly what we think the problem was. So Will's just going out for his first race of the day. After the drama of fixing the bike, let's hope the bike's reliable. That's what we're praying for, and I hope he has a good race. You can probably see I've actually got my t-shirt on now. It's warming up nicely as well, and the road's nice and dry, so that's good. See. Well, that was quite an exciting race. Will had a really good midfield battle, vying for about 10th place. He came in at 9th in the end, put in his fastest lap of the weekend, which was a 1:20.1, which he did a couple of, which actually is faster than some of the guys ahead of him. So therefore, the next race he should be a little bit further up the grid as well. So we're looking forward to the next race a bit later on this afternoon. So after race 1, Will came back in and said the bike was running fine. So the repairs we put in after qualifying and the problems he had in qualifying seem to have gone away. They seem to be repairs successful, which is all good. He also needed a new rear tyre, so he's going to get a brand new rear tyre as well. I've just got his rear tyre here. It doesn't look too bad, that side. However, you can see this side is looking quite well destroyed. So, and it actually, if you're feeling the tyre, it definitely feels more thin on one side than the other. So, yeah. So race 2, he'll be going out with a brand new rear tyre, and hopefully be nice and reliable as well. And just to confirm, he did move up a couple of places on the grid because his lap time was faster than the 2 people ahead of him as well. So he's 7th in class as he starts off. So Will's just heading out for his final race of the day. You can see him behind me. So he's got his new tyre on. We've made a couple of more adjustments to the bike, so we're hoping it'll be reliable and he'll have a good race. fun race. Looks like he came 8th. The leader sort of stopped on the last corner, so he was running 9th. Looks like he came 8th, so it was a great result, and also put his fastest lap in of the weekend so far. So we're just changing the throttle bodies again. The ones we used earlier, we borrowed off somebody else, and now we've acquired some ourselves. We have to swap them back so we can give them their throttle bodies back. So quick job for the after we finish for the day, and then we'll test the bike, and hopefully it'll be fine for tomorrow, or else we'll have to borrow those throttle bodies again. We've changed the throttle bodies over, the ones that we got from the garage, and we're just testing at the moment. We can only test them in the pits, so it's limited testing. And the other thing we're going to do is be changing the front sprocket, which will mean that Will is also running out of revs down the long straight. Now, so we're just changing over the front sprocket at the moment. We're putting a slightly bigger front sprocket on there, which will give it a little bit more revs down the straight in a sense. So Will at the moment is revving the bike out, and he just needs a little bit of a longer gear for the long straight. Silverstone's quite a fast track, and therefore the rest of the riders are running a 15 tooth on the front, so we thought we would copy them. So that's it, we're done for the day. We've changed the sprocket over at the front, and everything seems to be okay, ready for tomorrow. So we've got 2 races tomorrow, which we'll look forward to.